po ay naglabas ng Facebook Live at ilang mga statement si Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano. Isa na po dun sa kanyang mga ipinunto sa kanyang Facebook Live ay yung kailangan daw mag-apologize o mag-sorry yung grupo na mga dean at mga law professor sa kanya.
Bakit daw?
Dahil naglabas ang mga ito ng statement na nagsasabing o na kumukondena sa umano'y paghadlang ng Senado dun sa proseso ng impeachment laban kay kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Para hingin ang kanilang panig, nasa linya po natin si Father Ranhilio Aquino, ang Dean ng Graduate School of Law ng San Beda University. Father, magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Father Dean, welcome po sa Palatuntunan. Magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Good morning everybody, and good morning to your listeners. Yes.
Ano po ang reaksyon ng inyong grupo? Isa po kayo dun sa mga signatory or sa mga naghain nitong statement na ito na tinutukoy ni Senador Alan Peter Cayetano sa kanyang Facebook Live. Dapat daw po kayo mag-sorry sa Senado, lalo na sa mayorya.
For what? What should we apologize for?
Kasi sabi daw po ninyo na kinokondenan nyo yung umano'y pagharang ng mayorya ng Senado doon sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Gayong sinabi niya na sa Lunes daw po ay tuloy yung pagko-convene o magko-convene yung Senate as an impeachment court. At yan daw po ang kanyang sinisigurado.
Okay, yeah. Let's go through things. Unang-una, we did not condemn the Senate. In fact, we urged them to convene as an impeachment court. At kaya namin naisip magpalabas ng statement na ganun kasi on May 7, an item was carried by ANC News in which Senator Panfilo Lacson mentioned the possibility that Senate may not convene as an impeachment court. And he said, kung yun ang maging desisyon ng the majority, paano mag-proceed yung trial? So he was not predicting what would happen. He was merely stating a possibility. And so we had to remind the senators that meeting as an impeachment court, convening as an impeachment court, ay isang obligasyon na nakalahad sa saligang batas. That was our intention. And second, we merely stated propositions of law. Wala kaming sinabi na sila'y nagkasala. We simply called attention to propositions of law. For example, yung statement namin na any public officer who refuses to perform a duty that is imposed by law or any obligation that is imposed, especially by the Constitution, makes himself liable for dereliction of duty administratively and can be a violation of Section 3 of Republic Act 3019. So wala kaming sinasabi na sila'y guilty niyan. We're simply stating what the law states. So I don't see why we should apologize for that. No?
So wala pong pagbibintang na nangyayari kasi yun ang sinasabi niya na parang pinagbibintangan daw po, lalo na po yung kampo ng mayorya.
No, the only thing we said about the mayorya was we were disturbed by the fact that at the time that the articles of impeachment were being filed with the Senate, there was a sudden change of leadership in the Senate. And we expressed the hope that this would not be a signal that there would be a delay in the conduct of the impeachment trial. Lalong-lalo na we already had the experience of the fact under Escudero na kahit na-transmit yung articles of impeachment, walang nangyaring paglilitis kasi ayaw i-convene yung Senate as an impeachment court. in the light of that experience, gumawa kami ng statement na hindi pwedeng iwasan ng Senado ang kanyang tungkulin sa ilalim ng saligang batas.
Kaugnay niya na Father Dean, meron ho ako nabasang news item na parang kayo rin ho yata ang nag-release ng statement dito. Para ho sa amin, lalo na sa mga kababayan at mga kapuso nating kapos ang kaalaman ukol ho dito sa impeachment na mangyayari na ito para kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Kung sakali hong hindi mag-convene ang Senado bilang impeachment court kaagad, meron ho palang pwedeng mapanagot dito alinsunod ho sa batas. Kayo na ho magpaliwanag sa amin, Father Dean, sir.
Yeah, well, that is exactly the point, no? And itong sinabi namin na batas ay applicable sa anumang opisyal ng pamahalaan o nanunungkulan sa pamahalaan na deliberately na ayaw niyang gampanan ang tungkulin niya sa ilalim ng batas. Ayun ay tinatawag na dereliction of duty. At yan ay nakasahad sa napakadaming desisyon ng ating Korte Suprema, no? In fact, the Supreme Court has defined the dereliction of duty in many cases. Just in 2020, in one case of Trinidad, for example, versus Office of the Ombudsman, and in many other cases, the court defined dereliction of duty as that which happens when somebody who is tasked with the performance of a duty deliberately refuses to do so.
Mhm.
And then, alam mo, may nakasaad din sa Republic Act 3019 na pag binigyan mo ang isang tao ng isang pribilehyo o isang benepisyo na he or she is not entitled to it under the law, that constitutes a violation of Republic Act 3019.
Mhm.
Bukod dito, Father Dean, yung dereliction of duty, may iba pa ho bang kasong pwedeng kaharapin itong kung sino man na hindi isasali na hindi mag-convene yung impeachment trial, sir?
Again, as I just mentioned a while ago, there is a law, Republic Act 3019,
Okay.
that's known as the Graft and Corrupt Practices Act.
Okay, sir. Mhm.
At nakalahad doon na pag ang isang empleyado ng pamahalaan, sino mang nanunungkulan sa gobyerno, ay magbigay ng isang pribilehyo, benepisyo sa isang tao na hindi nararapat, yun ay itinuturing na graft and corrupt practices na pwedeng pagmulan ng isang criminal complaint.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Sige. Father, yung sa impeachment proceedings pa rin, yung pong pag-alis na naman o pagkawala na naman ni Senador De La Rosa, meron ba itong magiging epekto sa impeachment trial dahil mababawasan po yung bilang ng mga senador?
Well, strictly none, because the majority is still there, so they can proceed.
Mhm.
It's only one senator who is absent, so they can proceed. But the problem will be that the proceedings may be delayed by other matters that the Senate is considering. Pero sa tingin ko, walang dahilan kung bakit ipagpaliban ang paglilitis at hindi ituloy kaagad yung paglilitis.
Father Dean.
Lalong-lalo na ang inuutos ng ating saligang batas ay the moment the articles of impeachment are transmitted to the Senate, trial proceeds immediately, no?
Father Dean, binasa ko lamang ito sa headline kanina. Ano ho, Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano, tiniyak na hindi mayorya ng Senado ang magiging dahilan kung maantala man ang impeachment trial. Ano ba yung mga factors? May binabanggit po kayo kanina, naputo lamang. Ano ba yung pwede pa maging factor para ma-delay na sila'y mag-convene bilang isang impeachment court? Father Dean, sir.
Well, okay, from the experience that we had with Jesus Escudero, he refused to convene the Senate as a court of impeachment. The other possibilities, of course, are that the camp of the side of Sara Duterte may interpose so many maneuvers tending to delay the proceedings. So, those are the factors. Pero kung susundin nila lahat ng kanilang sariling reglamento na ukol sa impeachment, walang dahilan kung bakit maantala yung paglilitis.
Father, looking at the events in the Senate for the past few days, ano po ang masasabi nyo? Nagkaroon ng barilan, nagkaroon ng coup, meron na naman daw coup na mangyayari sa susunod na linggo para madelay na naman yung impeachment, pagkukonvene ng Senate bilang impeachment court, nagkahabulan. How do you see this, Father?
Well, disturbing to say the least. Lalong-lalo na at the height of the kaguluhan or shortly after that, ay nakatakas si Bato de la Rosa. The fact that he escaped means that he acknowledges that there is a warrant against him. Now, if there is going to be another coup that affects a change in leadership, that's something beyond our control, but certainly our hope is that trial should proceed because that's what the whole nation is waiting for the trial. And you know, kahit siguro ang pangalawang Pangulo ay hinintay niya rin ang pagkakataon na ipaliwanag ang kanyang side, no? Ang kanyang panig. Kasi nung hearing sa harap ng Committee on Justice, kahit na binigyan siya ng pagkakataon na magpresenta ng ebidensya o magpaliwanag o magpadala man lang ng abogado, wala siyang ginawang ganon. She completely ignored the hearings on the Committee on Justice. And in law, when you do not answer the charges against you, it is presumed that you accept the allegations against you.
Okay, maraming salamat po sa inyo, Father Aquino.
Sayang po at kulang na kulang sa oras, Father Dean. Have a blessed weekend, sir. Salamat po sa gabay.
Okay, thank you.
Atin po nakapanayam si Father Ranhilio Aquino. Siya po ang Dean ng Graduate School of Law ng San Beda University.
Ang kinikilingan, walang pinoprotek.